I bet ain't nobody seen that coming.
Tulsa King, new season, now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Survivor is always evolving. This is your moment.
I will try to be brave, but not on day one.
This is your season. Each of you will represent your hometown.
What? It's 15 artists battling to take over the world.
I want to put Hawaii on the map, and not just in that little box on the bottom corner.
Inkmaster Hometown Heroes, new season, now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Tell me, can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
Hitting every highlight from all the sports that matter to you. CBS Sports HQ.
In the Champions League, every picture tells a story. And every great story
would you believe this?
Needs an audience.
Paris Saint-Germain have won the Champions League. It's a really special moment.
Step inside the frame and feel every match, every goal.
Truly remarkable.
Every moment of the world's best soccer.
Shakespearean drama, that's all you can see.
The UEFA Champions League. Every goal, every game, live on Paramount Plus.
Welcome into college football pregame here on CBS Sports HQ. We're getting you ready for some big time on CBS between number 15 USC and number 7 Oregon. 3:30. Be there. We'll be here until kick, getting you ready to go for that matchup. We've got Danny Cannell, Bud Elliott, Bryant McFadden, Damian Harris. I am Emily Proud, and yeah, this is the official lead up to the big time game on CBS at 3:30. But as we do every Saturday, we react to what is happening in the here and now. And there is a ranked matchup that has hit halftime between Missouri and Oklahoma. The Sooners, of course, coming off a big win over then number 4 Alabama to move up to 8th in the latest CFP rankings. If we go to the mid-second quarter, Oklahoma is trailing 3-0 right now. They need something. Damian Harris, how about this?
Well, this was a great man-to-man beater drawn up by the offensive coordinator of Oklahoma. And you can see, whenever there's in-man coverage, there's nobody left in the back of the defense. Walk-in touchdown from 80-plus yards.
Walk-in? Isaiah Satania's pretty darn fast.
the way he separated, he could have walked.
Yeah, all right. Next Sooners drive from the Mizzou 8, Mateer, Javani Gibson. What changed with this offense in the second quarter?
There was a lot of momentum that was going against Oklahoma. Then you hit a couple big plays. They stuck to the run game and they didn't panic. Meanwhile, Missouri has panicked greatly against this Oklahoma defense.
This Oklahoma defense has caused a lot of panic among offenses. But yeah, Eli Drinkwitz wondering what is going on. This is what's going on right now in the top 25 scoreboard. Ohio State up 14-3 over Rutgers. We joked in the morning about some of the cupcakes. They seem to be enjoying those cupcakes. Texas A&M and Georgia. And then Miami, Virginia Tech is one that we are keeping our eyes on. But as we talk about this Mizzou-Oklahoma game, obviously there was a scoreless first quarter for Oklahoma. They came out and scored 14 points in that second quarter. I asked what changed for the offense. BMAC, what changed for the defense for OU in that second quarter?
They've done a great job winning first downs. We knew Mizzou coming into this ball game, they were going to rely on the running game with Hardy, and they've done a great job, OU that is, playing with the right gap integrity and not allowing any creases to format throughout the trenches at the line of scrimmage. And they did a great job tackling as well. You look at that last offensive drive for Mizzou, a prime opportunity to put 7 points on the scoreboard, but because of the great tackling, just the physical nature at the point of attack, it forced Mizzou to settle for 3 points. I think that was a great momentum shifter for OU going into halftime, not allowing 7 points right before Mizzou went into the locker room. Huge effort, and this is what we've seen from OU, and this is what we should learn to see from them as they move forward.
This is what. I'm sorry. I was just going to say, this is what Oklahoma does defensively. And when we've talked about Ahmad Hardy is the type of running back that wears down a defense over the course of the game. I'm going to flip that. Oklahoma is wearing down Ahmad Hardy as the game goes on, because as of right now, he's got 12 carries for 50 yards. That's a pretty good day in the first half against Oklahoma Oklahoma defense. But B-Mac, to your point, their gap integrity is so sound. They're tackling with 11 guys. They're getting 11 hats on Ahmad Hardy on every single play. So he's breaking tackles, but they're going for 2- and 3-yard gains.
They're touching them up, right?
Yeah, they're touching them up. And this is a perfect example. 1,
That's
2.
how you stop a man.
If you hit a guy,
how you stop a man against his
stop his momentum, then you let the secondary guys like B-Mac come in and clean it up, rip the ball out, and get an opportunity to strip the ball away from them. So B-Mac hit the nail right on the head. They're tackling, they're surrounding Ahmad Hardy, and outside of him, Missouri doesn't have anything to do offensively. They just have absolutely no playmakers that are showing that they're capable of making a play right now. So it's all falling on Ahmad Hardy, but Oklahoma, they're putting him in a box and they're peppering him.
Emily, I'll say this too. You asked what changed about the offense. Nothing. They're still not very good. They had the huge 87-yard completion. That pads the numbers. They only have 7 rushes for 14 yards. That's been an issue. They're not able to run the football all season long.
Mizzou's not out of this game by any means. I mean, this is still very
close. But it does feel like they have lost their, because they were running, they were starting to gash them early, and the crowd was kind of starting to turn against Mateer and the offense. But then they had that one big play, crowd comes right back into it, then the defense feeds off that energy. Now it does feel like it's going to be an uphill slog for Missouri.
I do think Missouri might regret kicking on both those 4th downs. Like, you're not going to get down there that many times against a defense like this. Even if you go 1 for 2, you get a touchdown, it's a very different ball game.
Is that surprising with Eli Drinkwitz? He's usually a go-for-it kind of guy.
A little bit, but also, I mean, like, if you're talking to your coaches in the booth, you're like, guys, Oklahoma has an 8% success rate right now. They have like 2 decent plays in this game out of 24 and abject failure on a lot of these. So, like, maybe we can just get back in this game by chipping away. Like, if OU doesn't move the ball, Missouri's going to have probably, 6, maybe 7 possessions in the second half. Like, you mix in a turnover, this thing is not over.
Yeah, it seems like points certainly at a premium. The question I was going to ask you, Bud, is how many points do you think is going to win this football game?
Hopefully under 43.5, which I feel pretty safe with.
Yeah,
I feel pretty good about that one.
I'll say 21.
21. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is that you take the points when you can get them. Yeah. So, yes, we're going to continue to track the second half of that game. We will react to it live. That's why we're the fantastic second screen that you're looking for here on your Saturday. But, of course, all eyes are on what's happening at 3:30 on CBS between USC and Oregon. B-Mac, you helped us get a little hype for this game by talking to Mekhi Lemon this week. What did he say was USC's theme for the week as they get ready to face the Ducks on the road?
Well, every week Lincoln Riley has a theme for his ball club. For this big game, arguably the biggest game of the season for SC, blood in the water. Now, for all you guys that understand the ocean, the landscape of the ocean, anytime there's
the
blood,
landscape of the ocean.
Yeah, you see what I just did right there? You see what I just did? You feel me? You feel me?
I'm with you when you're right.
I want to make sure they're up and listening to me as well. But when you talk about seeing blood in the water, what happens? Sharks. They come. Yeah. They come looking to hunt, looking to eat, looking to feed. And that's the mindset for SC in this particular matchup. Blood in the water. And that's how Coach Riley wants his team to attack this ball game. You know blood is out there. Let's go hunt. Let's go eat. Not just from the defensive side, but for the offensive side as well. So I'm looking for a physical, like I said, this is a Game 7 scenario. This is the championship is on the line right now.
It's essentially a playoff elimination game. Meaning it is a playoff game, bud.
Yes. So they just dropped the injury report about 30 minutes ago. So we know Page, left tackle for USC, may not play. Isaiah Worrell, we had kind of heard rumors about this, about him popping on the injury report. He's questionable. That's their starting left tackle. His backup is out. So if he can't go, Oregon's running a third string tackle.
We keep talking about this Oregon run game. I mean, how big of an impact will that be?
I mean, could be huge, actually.
I'm going to tell you right now, that is a damn...
From a running back's perspective, how important is your left tackle?
As important as any of those other 4 guys up front, because you need all 5 of those guys to be on the same accord, to be on the same page, making the same calls, the same identification. That way you know, as Noah Whittingham, the 5 guys up front, maybe the 6th linebacker, they're all going to be accounted for, and then I get to do what God created me to do. Show off the skills that God gave me. That's the confidence as a runner you get from having a well-oiled machine as an offensive line. You already know that the front interior guys are going to be covered up, and so your eyes are already on the second level. Where are the safeties? Where are the linebackers? Where are they trying to fill? How can I make them use their coaching of angles, pursuit? How can I use that against them? Okay, if I press this right here to my left tackle, where I'm supposed to press it, and then the safety, so I got a nice little cutback lane right here. But when your left tackle isn't your normal left tackle, then as a runner you start to get a little do I want to press it as much as I really can? Can I really get the safeties, the linebackers to commit? I mean, even Josh Jacobs talked about it. Whenever your offensive line isn't sure up front, or if the team you're playing against knows what you're running or knows how to throw your offensive line off, it changes your mentality as a runner. You predetermine where you're going to go with the ball, and majority of the time, you're wrong.
Affects the QB too, right, Danny?
Yes, it does. You know, it's interesting because we're talking about Noah Whittington and the run game. I think it's a little bit easier to mask in the run game. I think it's easier for offensive linemen to road grade and come off the ball and run block than it is passing a blind side of a quarterback. And you can run the ball to the right. You can run it the other way.
Go the other
Pass
way.
protection, you can roll some things, but your quarterback, you're kind of more unsure, especially when it's your blind side. So I'm very curious to see what this does for Dante Moore and the pass protection.
Well, luckily he's very mobile.
True.
He is getting extra working with the strength coach on the field as of 27 seconds ago.
Okay,
all the
so
Oregon
it's not
guys
out of
just
it
tweeted
yet.
it. So
Okay.
I think he's going to try to give it a go at least.
By the way.
Right,
Yeah.
they own it.
Hey, well, whatever happens in this game, it's going to have a massive impact on the Big Ten standings, on the college football playoff rankings. This is essentially a must-win for both teams, especially when it comes to Indiana, because they could clinch a spot in the Big Ten championship if this score stands, with Ohio State beating Rutgers right now, and then if USC beats Oregon and Maryland beats Michigan. So that means that Indiana is rooting for USC in this football game. If they're watching this game and they're rooting for USC, what are some positive things, Bud, you think that they could see from the Trojans that could help them win this football game?
I mean, those receivers can keep them in any game, right? Like Lemon and Lane are just a different. I don't know who else outside of Columbus you really like over that pair. Like, those guys are so good. Like, look at that comeback last week against Iowa. Like, Iowa threw a couple nice balls, but a lot of that was Lemon getting himself open, and then, like, even for a smaller guy, winning some really difficult contested catches. Like, he was kind of the reason they came back. Like, and Oregon has not really faced a decent passing attack outside of Indiana, right? Washington was extremely or not Washington. Who was the other team? So Michigan, like Marsh had not emerged yet when they played them.
Yep.
Like, so I'm just kind of, I don't know, like, how good is this Oregon pass defense really?
Yeah, I mean, after that Iowa game, Kirk Ferentz said, going back 20-plus years, I don't know if anybody has impacted the game more than number 6, meaning Mekhi Lemon. So this is a prospect that even Kirk Ferentz, the elder statesman of the conference, has not seen in quite some time. But as we continue to break down this game, let's go to the Oregon side of things. We mentioned what they want to do on offense, but how are they going to make life difficult for this USC defense?
They're going to run the football at them. They're going to challenge USC to be physical in the trenches, go man for man at the line of scrimmage, and tackle. Most importantly, they're going to force them to tackle. And Noah Whittington, which I'm going to apologize because I've been calling him Noah Whittingham.
I kind of like that British version.
Yeah, I apologize because I have a big thing about mispronouncing people's names. So I want to stand up and say I was wrong. Noah Whittington, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to force them to tackle. He's going to see if these corners, if these safeties, the guys at the second level want to tackle. And if they don't, like I said earlier in our show, he's going to be the tone setter for this offense. He's going to take a lot of pressure off of Dante Moore's shoulders, and he doesn't have to be Superman. If you can rely on that run game, the physicality of it, the offensive line that Oregon has built to be one of the best in the country, it takes a lot of pressure off your quarterback, and it allows him to not have to do a lot, but still you're having a positive effect on the game, and you're just wearing the opponent down.
They're going to be physical. They want to run the football. We talked about the injuries with Decorian Moore, Gary Bryant Jr., Kenyon Sadiq, who is a tight end by position, but he's really a weapon. He can also be a big play maker in the pass game. He's somebody that would concern me if I'm USC's defense. Like, where's that guy at all times?
Especially because USC is dealing with 2 backup safeties.
Right.
Like, you got to make sure you don't bust coverage, get Sadiq over the top, and slip him up the seam.
And don't forget about
go ahead.
Malik Benson as well. You know, he's been around the block. Played at Alabama, Florida State. He's made some timely plays given the opportunities. With him being wide receiver 1 because of the injuries, he's a guy that can take the top off of coverages as well.
Kenyon Sadiq, I was going to say, is somebody consistently ranked in the first round, or projected in the first round among our CBS Sports pundits. So that game has a lot of stakes. There's another game today with a lot of stakes as it pertains to Georgia Tech. It's essentially win and you're in. Let's talk to the head coach, guys. Let's see how he's feeling ahead of this big-time game. That's right. Brent Key joining the program next here on HQ.
You can't count on accurate expiration dates.
No. That is a rookie mistake.
Or the kindness of strangers. But you can't always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS streaming on Paramount Plus.
You think you understand how this business works, but you don't.
I now know why Mommy was so stressed.
What's the plan here?
Landman, new season, streaming November 16th, only on Paramount Plus.
You need a hug?
You need a fist?
Crutch, crutch, crutch. Crutch, crutch.
Crutch, you need anything.
I do have one question.
We didn't mean right now.
You talk to people, they don't see the badge. I talk to people, that's all they see.
I got worried you coming up here without an escort.
I can handle myself.
I'm gonna spend the rest of my career protecting my father's mission. We don't quit.
Thank you.
That's what my dad would do.
Being on the road, I don't think it's a job. I think it's a calling.
In the Champions League, every picture tells a story, and every great story
Would you believe this?
needs an audience.
It's a really special moment.
The UEFA Champions League, every goal, every game, live on Paramount Plus.
Someone at this law firm knew they were fueling an epidemic.
You come forward now, you're just a crazy old lady with no evidence.
You didn't see this coming, did you now?
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars. What a difference she has made.
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
It's so loud in here. Oh man, this is awesome. That power. Oh my goodness. What a performance.
Take care of my brother Kyle, and I'll take care of you.
This is my castle now. Do we understand each other?
I want your friends to be mine.
Mayor of Kingstown, new season now streaming on Paramount Plus.
You can't count on Derek's tonk skills.
Oh, Tony, I think it hit the ground.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
In the Champions League, every picture tells a story, and every great story
Would you believe this?
needs an audience.
Paris Saint-Germain have won the Champions League. It's a really special moment.
Step inside the frame and feel every match, every goal,
Truly remarkable.
every moment of the world's best soccer.
Shakespearean drama, that's all you can say.
The UEFA Champions League, every goal, every game, live on Paramount Plus. In the Champions League, every picture tells a story, and every great story
Would you believe this?
needs an audience.
Paris Saint-Germain have won the Champions League. It's a really special moment.
Step inside the frame and feel every match, every goal,
Truly remarkable.
every moment of the world's best soccer.
Shakespearean drama, that's all you can say.
The UEFA Champions League, every goal, every game, live on Paramount Plus.
This could be the greatest opportunity in my life, and it comes with danger.
Well, I bet ain't nobody seen that coming.
Tulsa King, new season now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
You think you understand how this business works, but you don't.
I now know why Mommy was so stressed.
What's the plan here?
Landman, new season now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
I'm gonna start.
What?
You're going to die tonight.
What are you talking about?
Unless you give it what it wants.
I want to play.
You talk to people, they don't see the badge. I talk to people, that's all they see.
I got worried you coming up here without an escort.
I can handle myself.
Survivor is always evolving. This is your moment.
I will try to be brave, but not on day one.
This is your season.
Back here on college football pregame, and every week in the ACC brings us results we don't expect. Already got one last night with NC State upsetting Florida State, but today we've got Syracuse and Notre Dame, Duke, North Carolina, always a fun rivalry there, and Pitt at Georgia Tech in a massive game as it pertains to stakes, because we're all asking the question, who is playing for the ACC title? And I'll keep it very simple for you. When it comes to Georgia Tech's chances, all they've got to do is win today against Pitt, and they are in. So let's bring in someone to the conversation to talk more about this game. How about the head coach of the Yellow Jackets, Brent Key? Coach, thank you so much for taking some time with us.
No, appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Obviously a very busy day for you as you lead up to kickoff tonight. I heard you talking this morning about how you are very well aware of the stakes in this football game, but you're just controlling what you can control. So what have you challenged your team to control and to focus on in this game?
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. We can't control the outcome of the football game. We can control what we put into it. We can control how hard we play, how physical we are, the discipline you have to play with. You know, all the things that go into having a successful game. But this game's different now. This is a play-in, play-off, whatever you want to call it, game for us. We have an opportunity to do something that hasn't been done here in a long time. And at the end of the day, we need to go out there, and it's going to be a street fight for 3.5 hours, and we got to find a way to throw the last punches.
And finding a way is exactly what you all do. Brent Key, I got to say, it's so good to have you, my man, 100 grand, my former O-line coach. And listen, we talked about it before we came on. I said it looks like you're having more fun than you've ever had as a coach. So I'm going to step away from the playoffs for a second and the ACC and all of those things. I want to talk about you being somebody who played at Georgia Tech, somebody who was an interim coach at Georgia Tech. Now you're a head coach at Georgia Tech. You're taking the program to heights that they just haven't really seen before. What is the pride that you take in your job, and how do you give that to your players to allow them to understand how much it means to you? That way it can mean that much to them. That way they can go out on the field and produce those winning results.
And Damien, you know I am. I'm very honest with guys. I'm very transparent. Like, I don't sugarcoat anything. And that's the way we built this team. And it's being transparent with them, telling them the truth, being honest. They tell us the truth. You know, I want them to walk through the door and know they can have black and white in what they're being told and what they have to do. That's important nowadays for these kids. And when you can have that relationship with them, and that trust then starts to build over time, right? And then the trust that coaches have with the players to the coaches. And look, so it don't matter where you do it at, whether it's your alma mater, not your alma mater. Right? There's a competitiveness in us as coaches and players. And when that's aligned the same, when there's not this dictatorship, look, it's about the players at Georgia Tech. It's going to be about the players. It's always going to be about the players. Right? They're the ones that have to go out in the arena and get the job done. Right? When there's that type of relationship and you can trust each other, I really believe the sky's the limit.
Hey, Coach, in your last 11 home ball games, you're 10-1. What has played into the success at home, and what type of atmosphere are you expecting to see tonight from the home fans?
Well, in the last 10, we're 10-0, man. Why do you have to throw the Debbie down?
Come on, B-Mac. I got you, Coach.
It's one of those things where these guys have been here a while, and they've built up this thing about playing at home, and it's an unbelievable experience for them. We've gone from having probably 25,000, 30,000 people in the stands to now having sellouts every home game. You know, the lights of Atlanta in the background, the way the stadium's on top of us, you know, when we're on the field. Right, it's a true home field advantage now, and that's something that we look forward to. We haven't had a night game here in Atlanta all year. We've been waiting for this one all season. We can't wait to go play tonight.
Coach, I had a love-hate relationships with primetime games because I love playing in front of a great atmosphere, but I hated sitting around all day. Like, you're just sitting in a room, just getting, crazy antsy. I know you've had a lot going on. Are you able to sit around? Do you watch any games? Are you hosting recruits? Like, what's the day like for you, and how do you not go like stir crazies waiting for this thing to kick off?
So I think we got 9 official visitors in. So we do something a little different where we have a home game and it's a night game. Right? We're about 10 minutes away. We're up Truist Park right now, and we take them down to the indoor, and we do our walkthrough at 11 o'clock. We leave the hotel at 11. And we go down to about 45 minutes to an hour down on campus, gets the guys out of the hotel, gets the coaches out. It's another walkthrough in a different environment. So you're not just walking around using chairs. And then I go to the office and get some work done, get some things done. Have to meet with some people, do whatever. So by the time you come back up and get your things ready, it's time to go. So it turned into a good little routine for us.
Coach, you said that it's all about the players, and I want to talk about your best player. It's Haynes King, and we've seen what he can do throwing the football. We've seen what he can do running the football. Our own Bryant McFadden has called him the Rocky Balboa of college football. What is something about Haynes King that we don't know that shapes him into the player that he is and the leader that he is for your football team?
I think the best thing to say about it is it's all real. There's no phony to him. I mean, it's who he is to the 10th degree. His dad, everybody talks about his dad being a legendary high school coach in Texas, and he is. But maybe his dad was an O-lineman. Right? I think that's the key to Haynes right there.
Simple.
Love to hear it, Coach. Thank you so much for taking some time. Hopefully this helped kill some time before your game tonight. We appreciate it. Good luck.
Appreciate you, OG. I'm going to see you in Atlanta.
I appreciate you all. Go Jackets.
All right, see you.
There we have it. Love the transparency from him, especially with, I have to do what I have to do, which is lay out the stakes and hype it up and get everybody ready for this game. And he said, yeah, this is play off, play in, whatever you want to call it. The stakes are there. As a former player, I feel like we hear different mindsets from coaches, right? Either they're like, all the stakes, let's get extra hype for this game, or it's just another game. Yeah. What do you prefer?
I'd like to be honest. I'd like him to say what's on the sticks, lay it on the line. The players know. They know. They're not just in there in a bubble. They know what they see some of the stuff that's written. They're on social media. They're watching television. They know there's an ACC berth on the stake, so ACC championship game on the line. So I think you put it out there for them. I don't think you dwell on it. I don't think it's out there every single practice. You're like, hey, this is what's there. But I think you put it in context. Say, hey, if we handle our business and we prepare the same, then we'll be able to do that. What I always thought was interesting is sometimes you had coaches try to do too much in a game that was big, and then the players are like, what are we doing? Why are we doing things differently? I think you stay true to your process, your practice routine. He was just talking about Saturday night games. They have a nice ritual that works out. Like, they haven't changed anything. They're doing the same things. I think that's probably the most important thing.
Yeah, for players, I think I felt more uncomfortable when I felt like my coach was uncomfortable. Doing extra compared to what we've done leading up to the weeks prior. This is the same routine. Now, you got to emphasize the little things, no question. But in terms of coaching, I felt like, why are you nervous? You're not even playing. We're the one that's playing, so why are you acting like, there's a lot to be said, or there's a lot to implement in terms of the game plan. Keep everything the same thing. I remember my rookie year when we needed to go into this playoff mentality, like in week 11 of the NFL season. We won the first ball game, we won the second ball game. Bill Cowher came into that Monday meeting knowing that we can't afford to lose. He said, guys, I don't know what you've been doing, but keep doing the same thing. I don't care what you've been doing or who you've been doing it with. Keep doing the same thing. And we felt extremely comfortable with our head coach saying that because he was comfortable and it made us comfortable.
Oh, I agree.
Awesome. I was just going to say, he seems pretty darn comfortable.
No, he does. And what I love.
You don't feel any tense.
Yeah, no. And Brent Key has always been that way. He was that way when he was our offensive, our O-line coach at Alabama. He's always been slow and steady. He's going to set the stakes. He's going to set the table. But he's still going to bring that same mentality of every single day we're working to not only be our best, but to be the best in the country. So just because we're playing a really good team this week, well, we've already prepared and conditioned ourselves to put ourselves in a position to beat anybody. So just keep the main thing the main thing. Let's focus on our fundamental execution, our toughness that we play with, and just overall how we play our style of football. That'll be good enough to beat anybody because that's the mentality that you have as soon as you walk in for training camp.
Yeah,
his authenticity is like, that's what I appreciate about him. He's just a real dude. Like, you see him when he said, I mean, he's been very open. This team is going to give me a heart attack. Like, every coach would love to win by 2 touchdowns. That has not been the case for them. After they beat Boston College, you could tell he was still irritated. He's like, we won. That's it. Like, that's one. Like, he knows how much work they have to do, and he knows his defense's liability, and he does everything to try to coach him out of it. But I guarantee you, going in the game, he's like, oh boy, I don't know what we're going to get. But he does know what he's going to get out of his quarterback. And I think that's what gives him confidence.
The really good coaches, and I know we play under Bobby Bowden, you play under Nick Saban. When you struggled against teams you were not supposed to struggle against, but you win, those coaches make you feel like you lost.
Yes.
The next week, it felt like we lost. We were an embarrassment to the university, to ourselves. So we're going to attack this week in a different mindset. So I'm willing to bet based on his attitude and how he coaches the game of football. They won against Boston College, but this week, getting ready for Pitt, it felt like they actually lost because these are things we cannot tolerate when you have championship aspirations.
Yeah, so we've laid out what's at stake in terms of the fact that if they win this game, they go to the ACC championship game. But who's the best team in the ACC right now, Danny?
So,
That's a tough
Georgia Tech is the best football team, but I do think the Miami Hurricanes have a higher ceiling. Like, I think there's more continuity on Georgia Tech. I think they play together as a team, and I think that's a direct result of having less players in the transfer portal, more guys that have been there, a quarterback that, you know, I think is the unquestioned leader of that team who's been there for multiple years. I know he transferred too, but he's been there for a while. But I just look at it's a game of players, right, on the field, and I do think there's more NFL talent on the Miami Hurricanes. I think their defense is definitely better. And their offense, it's been more inconsistent, clearly, but I think they have more upside.
I'm right there with you in terms of upside. Miami, they're the most talented team in the ACC by far, from top to bottom, in my opinion. But it's something about that said talent not executing and being consistent. And I think if we had to answer this question, if you had to put everything you had on the line for one team in the ACC to make noise in the playoffs, I think we all still would probably say Miami, because of the talent. But it's something about them that they have the more inopportune moments in college football. And then also, too, I would ask you guys this question. If you had to compare Miami and Georgia Tech, which head coach would you put your trust in more?
Oh, Brent Key. Yeah. All day.
Brent Key.
I think that's the deciding factor also.
Yeah, it makes a good team, a good coach. Who do you think is the best team in the ACC?
Well, first of all, I think both of these two are flat out wrong. I think it's just Georgia Tech. And I think it's unquestionable. What? Because, okay, now, I'm disappointed in y'all, too, as athletes. Because how many times as athletes have we sat and looked at a team that was full of talent, full of superstars, but weren't a good team? It's any sport, football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer. You can sit here and say, oh, man, this team has got all kind of talent. They got all the talent in the world, but they're not a good team. They don't play together. They don't play to a standard. They don't have good fundamentals. Georgia Tech, on the other hand, yeah, they're not as talented, but they play better together. They have more continuity. They've got more wins. They've got less losses, and they're the #1 ranked team in the ACC. So, yes, the best team in the AC is Georgia Tech.
You know why you're wrong?
You
know why you're wrong?
Please.
Because if Georgia Tech and Miami were to play today in a neutral site, whatever the case may be, you know who would be the favorite? Miami would be.
Who would win, though?
I'm just saying who the favorite would be.
We're talking about. So again, no, hold on. Again. Wait. Because I'm still disappointed in you. Because as a former player, you're gonna sit up here and make a compelling argument to me, another former player, about if they played on a neutral field, what would the spread be? What would the spread be? No, it's not. We have created that with gambling. We've created that. We've created that.
Hold on, listen.
And you want to talk about? Hold on, no, I'm not done yet. You want to talk about which team are you more confident in to make a run in the playoffs? Is it Miami or is it Georgia Tech?
Miami.
You're going to go Miami.
It's Miami.
Okay, hold on. But game in and game out, do you know what Miami you're going to get? No.
But I still believe they will make a deeper run than Georgia Tech.
Game in or game out, do you know what Miami you're going to get? So one game you might get the good Miami, and the good Miami, yeah, they can make a run. But what happens if in the first game they play not a good Miami football game? And guess what happens? They're out. At least with Georgia Tech, you know what they got. That's what they're going to be. And if they show up, they have the players. They might not have the defense.
Can I ask our teacher a question?
Sure.
Miss Emily.
Is that me?
Yes, you're our teacher, because we're children right now, right?
Yeah.
How do you clarify or define who's a better team before a game is played?
Before a game?
Before the game is played, how do you define who's the better team?
See what they've done this season?
No.
Wait. Time out. The student does not get to tell the teacher she's wrong.
I asked the question to the teacher. I want her to understand my question. How do you define
You don't understand, sorry.
Who is the better team?
That's not how I define. That's how Vegas defines.
Okay, Vegas, the professionals, right?
Yeah.
How do
by
they
point spreads.
So if that's what I'm saying, if in a neutral game, Miami will be the favorite over Georgia Tech.
But this is all why we argue about who should get in the playoffs. Because if you said who should be in the playoffs, like who's earned it, I would say Georgia Tech all day long.
Absolutely.
But I also think Miami, you said they're about, like, they're still a really good football team.
When they decide to be.
I'll say this, and I'm going to drop the mic, even though I don't have a mic in my hand.
You can't say I'm going to drop the mic before you drop the mic.
Pitt was playing Miami in Miami today. Miami will be more than a 2.5-point favorite.
Okay. Well, there we go.
They will be in Pittsburgh.
Here's the thing, though, is that debate.
And they will be in Pittsburgh. They're going to be more of a favorite than what Georgia Tech is. 2.5? Man, come on, man.
All right. Well, the debate as to who would go further in the playoffs stops at the fact that Georgia Tech has a much better chance of being in the playoffs.
Yeah, you're right.
Than the Miami. But we do. These two teams have a pretty good shot of making the playoff. They got to win this football game, though. Let's fill out a bracket next, guys. Let's continue this.
You can't count on accurate expiration dates.
That is a rookie mistake.
Or the kindness of strangers. But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS, streaming on Paramount+.
You think you understand how this business works, but you don't.
I now know why Monty was so stressed.
What's the plan here?
Landman, new season, streaming November 16th, only on Paramount+.
You need a hug?
You need a fist?
Crutch, crutch, crutch.
Crutch, crutch.
Crutch, you need anything. I do have one question. We didn't mean right now.
You talk to people, they don't see the badge. I talk to people, that's all they see.
I got worried you coming up here without an escort.
I can handle myself.
I'm going to spend the rest of my career protecting my father's mission. We don't quit. Thank you. That's what my dad would do.
Being on the road, I don't think it's a job. I think it's a calling.
In the Champions League, every picture tells a story, and every great story
would you believe this?
needs an audience.
It's a really special moment.
The UEFA Champions League, every goal, every game, live on Paramount+.
Someone at this law firm knew they were fueling an epidemic.
You come forward now, you're just a crazy old lady with no evidence.
You didn't see this coming, did you now?
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars. What a difference she has made.
The question is, can you handle it? The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount+.
It's so loud in here. Oh, man, this is awesome. That power. Oh, my goodness. What a performance.
Wouldn't take care of my brother Kyle, and I'll take care of you.
This is my castle now. Do we understand each other?
I want your friends to be mine.
Mayor of Kingstown, new season now streaming on Paramount+.
You can't count on Derek's taunt skills.
Oh, Tony, I think it hit the ground.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount+.
Welcome back into college football pregame. This college football Saturday is underway. We're keeping an eye on what's happening across the top 25. The closest game, we've got Missouri and Oklahoma. The Tigers have the ball, but still plenty of football left to be played. About 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Miami seeming to do all right with Virginia Tech up 27-10, and then a lot of cupcakes happening across the sport, which is why this gives us a great opportunity to fill out a bracket because we've been talking about who's in, who's winning this whole thing. So we have the bracket from Tuesday, and we're going to fill it out as a family. That doesn't necessarily mean we're all going to agree with everything, but we're going to do this as a group. So starting in the top corner, we've got Notre Dame at Oklahoma. Damien, you're making the pick here. Who's moving on?
Well, I just want to clarify, since we're doing this as a family, you've gone from teacher to mother now.
I guess so,
right?
sure.
Okay, mother now. Okay.
I'll take it.
Notre Dame and Oklahoma.
Who you got?
It shouldn't even take this long.
I like Oklahoma. I like Oklahoma. I like their defense.
Okay.
Nah, all right. Let me scratch this because I've watched I've watched Oklahoma play Missouri.
Wait.
Yeah,
no, you already told us.
All
It's
right,
Oklahoma.
too late. Go ahead.
Are you?
Brackets go. Yeah, go ahead.
What's the case? Make the case.
What's their defense?
Okay.
They've got a really good defense. Now, C.J. Carr has played well. He's a quarterback for Notre Dame. I think they can affect him with the pressures that they bring home from Brent Venables. And then again, you see what the Oklahoma defense is doing to Ahmad Hardy. I have to have confidence that they would be able to try to contain Jeremiah Love. That's why, Okay. And again, as I'm watching this Oklahoma defense against Missouri, I wanted to change my mind, but my mother told me I had to stay on Oklahoma. So
we
whatever.
have certain, graphics that we've already put together here. As we continue to fill this out as a family, BMAC, you've got Tulane, Texas Tech.
Yeah, it feels like March Madness, 12 versus a 5. I'm not picking a 12. Give me
no Cinderella
Texas Tech
here.
easily for me. Rolling on the wave.
Okay, if we continue to move on down, we've got Miami and Ole Miss. Once again, Miami seems to be the placeholder for the ACC. Likely won't be them, so that kind of shakes this up a bit. But Bud, what do we do with the Canes?
I went with the Canes.
Okay.
I think they're really good on line of scrimmage. Like I think that they're actually pretty equal to Ole Miss, so I think they'll upset here. You got Miami.
All right, Danny, round out the quarterfinals for us. Alabama, Oregon.
All right, so do you want to hear the line of thinking here? Because I'm assuming that if Oregon is in, it's because they beat USC today. I think they win. In Eugene, we saw an SEC team go to Big Ten country last year and lose. It happens again. Oregon.
All right, so that is what the quarterfinals look like. So as we fill out the semifinals, we're going to do kind of a little snake draft. So Danny, that means it goes back to you. Oklahoma, Ohio State. Who you got?
Ohio State. Yeah, Ohio State. One of the most complete teams in the country. Defense, offense. We've talked about Julian Sayin potentially getting tested. That would be a test, but I think he would pass it.
All right, Bud. Tech, Georgia.
Georgia. I think Georgia can score on them, even though they have a really good D-line. I don't really trust Tech's offense. If you watched them last week, they probably should have scored like 50 against BYU, and they keep sputtering when they get on their side of the field.
Okay, BMAC, you've got Miami and Texas A&M. Who's moving on to the semis?
This will be a great game, but I'm taking A&M. Marcel Reed's playing with a lot of confidence. He's a +1 in the running game as well. And potentially by then, they'll have a healthy Le'Veon Moss in the backfield. So that would be big-time problems for Miami.
All right, so we've got 1, 3, and 4 into the semis. 2 moving on. Damien, who you got?
Give me Oregon. I like the upset here.
All right.
I think that Dan Lanning, he's such a good coach at getting his players ready for the moment. He'll get them ready to play an Indiana team that already beat them. It's going to be hard to beat Dan Lanning twice.
Okay, so that is the Final Four. We've got Ohio State, Georgia, Texas A&M, and Oregon. This is where we really come together as a family. We're going to have some joint picks here. So Damien and BMAC in the semifinal game between Georgia and Ohio State. Battle it out. Who's moving on to the championship?
We're supposed to be on the same team.
We're
so
supposed to be on the same team. Let's do this, Coach.
On the count of 3, say your team name. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Ohio State.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
A house divided will fall. A house divided will fall.
This is like normal brothers right here.
Yeah, so I got to go Ohio State because Ohio State would be the favorite.
Okay.
Maybe, 3.5 potentially, right? What you think, Bud?
I think probably 6.
Whoa.
I can see that being a reality, but for me, Ohio State, they have the better defense. Right?
Like FPI's got it 28-22 on the power rating, so neutral site. That's
neutral
6.
site. Yeah,
that's pretty close.
I love their defense, and Julian Sayin has been very, very accurate. And by then, he has a healthy cast of pass catchers that I think will be a bit too much for Georgia, especially in the secondary.
I just think with as good as Ohio State has been, we talk about them not being tested. But another thing we talk about Ohio State is the scheme that they run, how complex it is on defense, how offensively you can't really get to Julian Sayin and rattle him. If there's any coach that I believe can put together a game plan to exploit this defense, find holes in it somewhere, somehow, and get pressure on Julian Sand, even though we've talked about their front four isn't getting pressure on the quarterback as much as they usually do, I would bank on Kirby Smart getting it done. And another thing, we've learned from Ohio State, with all this talent that they have, they've been embarrassed with riches. They play with their food early. Georgia is not the team to do that against. They're hard to kill, but if you give them an opportunity to beat you, they will beat you.
Hold on. I don't think there's another team that has played with their food more than Georgia in terms of first half slowness, second half adjusting.
At the beginning of the season, they've kind of come alive.
Now, last week, and then you look at Mississippi State, it's been a different story, but Ohio State got some pros. Not saying Georgia don't, but that defense is.
So, what's the consensus? You guys have to agree.
Ohio State.
That's what you
Don't
think.
be biased.
Damien?
Don't you be biased. Thank you.
Georgia.
Damien, what are you picking?
Georgia.
You have to come to a consensus.
I'm picking Georgia.
Do I need to bring in a lawyer?
Because I genuinely, in my heart of hearts,
Ohio
right,
State,
wrong, or different.
Ohio State, Georgia, 3-1.
Like the three good passing offenses that Georgia faced, they ripped them.
Okay.
Tennessee threw all over them.
Yeah.
Mammoth threw all over them in Athens.
There you
Like,
go, boy.
I think Jeremiah and Carnell go off those guys.
Okay, so Ohio State is moving
Damien.
on. Let's see if we're maybe in more agreement with the other semifinal game, Texas A&M and Oregon. Bud and Danny.
I think this is easy.
You want me to do another countdown? 3, 2, 1.
Texas A&M.
Yeah, but slightly. Like,
Bud don't know how to play that game. Oh, shoot. Okay.
Okay, but we both agree A&M. Tell me why.
I mean, just because we have to pick one, I think it's really truly a coin flip.
Okay.
I think they're really good up front. So is Oregon. You know, like we got to see just like does Oregon hit its stride when they get their guys back. I do like Cassius a whole lot off the edge for A&M. Like he is a real difference maker as a pass rusher. I kind of like Elko over Lanning slightly from a coaching standpoint.
That's a.
I mean, he's taken over that defense. All of a sudden, they're one of the best defenses in the country. And I know some of that has to do with schedule, but Cassius Howell is a dude. I think they're the more complete team. I think they have more answers than Oregon. Still has a lot of question marks. Now, Oregon can answer a lot of those today. They can get healthy before this game takes place, potentially. You know, Le'Veon Moss has been really the only injury they've had to deal with for Texas A&M. So I think Texas A&M gets the lead.
What would the spread be for Oregon A&M?
Like Oregon -2.
You think?
No, Bud.
I would say maybe.
Yeah. So look,
say A&M.
hey, it's kind of sneaky here, but like if you look at some of these tiebreaker stuff, I was digging into this weekend. A&M's faced like the easiest schedule in the SEC.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
have not faced many of the good SEC teams so far. Like,
Yeah.
Oregon blows people out pretty good.
Okay, so now this is where we really have to come together as a family. We have Ohio State and Texas A&M in the national championship game. It's worked so well for us before, Bud. You know the rules of the game. I count to 3, and on 3 you shout it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Who wins?
Ohio State.
Wow!
Damien didn't say it at that time.
Yeah,
Come
because
on.
he has Georgia playing in that game.
Yeah,
well, but here's the thing.
All right, so would you
even I'm not even going to say who I want to or who I think will win this game. If I did not say Ohio State, I'm going to get attacked by a child, a man with a really nice beard, and a bare-faced old man telling me how wrong I am and how SEC biased I am. I'm not going to partake.
All right, okay.
But if this game played, who would you take between Ohio State and A&M?
I'd have to see him play.
Back to back?
I'd have to see him play.
It's not how the game works.
Would you trust Marcel Reed not to throw like 3 picks? Would you trust Marcel Reed to read that defense with how complex that is?
No.
All right.
Okay. Interesting stuff. Since we're so
Oklahoma's
concerned with spreads and what Vegas would think about all of this, this is the current odds to win the college football playoff. Ohio State is the favorite to go back-to-back. Indiana, of course, up there. A&M, who we had in our national championship, up there as well. But yeah, this seems to be wide open, and that was a fun exercise. I feel like we all need to come back together here as a family. Ohana, guys, that is family. I love the way that we did that. Well done. Hey, let's talk about Oregon and USC next. That was so good.
You can't count on accurate expiration dates.
That is a rookie mistake.
Or the kindness of strangers. But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS, streaming on Paramount+.
You think you understand how this business works, but you don't.
I now know why Mommy was so stressed.
What's the plan here?
Landman, new season, streaming November 16th, only on Paramount+.
You need a hug?
You need a fist? Crutch. Crutch, you need anything. I do have one question. We didn't mean right now.
You talk to people, they don't see the badge. I talk to people, that's all they see.
I got worried you coming up here without an escort.
I can handle myself.
I'm going to spend the rest of my career protecting my father's mission. We don't quit. Thank you. That's what my dad would do.
Being on the road, I don't think it's a job. I think it's a calling.
In the Champions League, every picture tells a story, and every great story
Would you believe this?
needs an audience.
It's a really special moment.
The UEFA Champions League, every goal, every game, live on Paramount Plus.
Someone at this law firm knew they were fueling an epidemic.
You come forward now, you're just a crazy old lady with no evidence.
You didn't see this coming, did you now?
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars. What a difference she has made.
The question is, can you handle it?
A crowd here feels electric.
Every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
It's so loud in here. Oh man, this is awesome. The power. Oh my goodness, what a performance.
Wouldn't take care of my brother Kyle, and he'll take care of you.
This is my castle now. Do we understand each other?
I want your friends to be mine.
Mayor of Kingstown. New season now streaming on Paramount Plus.
You can't count on Derek's taunt skills.
Oh, Tony, I think it hit the ground.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
This just in to CBS Sports HQ. We've got an update for Mizzou, Oklahoma. That is Bo Pribula stepping back to throw. Unfortunately, though, great play by Jacoby Johnson to intercept him there. Danny, from the quarterback perspective, is that just a good defensive play? Or?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. I mean, it was kind of double coverage. It feels like they're trying to press a little bit. You know, maybe the coaches have been saying, hey, if you have a shot, take it. I don't know. That's just, this defense thrives off turnovers, though, so you don't want to put it there.
Yeah, great pick there from Unity, a.k.a. Jacoby Johnson. And so that game is about to hit fourth quarter. Oklahoma leads it 17-6. Elsewhere, not a lot of tight games, but get ready. There is a big game coming up on CBS. We'll preview it after the break.
You can't count on accurate expiration dates.
That is a rookie mistake.
Or the kindness of strangers. But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus.
You think you understand how this business works, but you don't.
I now know why Monty was so stressed.
What's the plan here?
Landman. New season streaming November 16th. Only on Paramount Plus.
You need a hug?
You need a fist?
Crutch.
Crutch, you need anything. I do have one question. We didn't mean right now.
You talk to people, they don't see the badge. I talk to people, that's all they see.
I got worried you coming up here without an escort.
I can handle myself.
I'm going to spend the rest of my career protecting my father's mission. We don't quit. Thank you. That's what my dad would do.
Being on the road, I don't think it's a job. I think it's a calling.
In the Champions League, every picture tells a story, and every great story
Would you believe this?
needs an audience.
A really special moment.
The UEFA Champions League. Every goal, every game, live on Paramount Plus.
Someone at this law firm knew they were fueling an epidemic.
You come forward now, you're just a crazy old lady with no evidence.
You didn't see this coming, did you now?
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Tell me, can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
It's so loud in here. Oh man, this is awesome. That power. Oh my goodness, what a performance.
Wouldn't take care of my brother Kyle, and I'll take care of you.
This is my castle now. Do we understand each other?
I want your friends to be mine.
Mayor of Kingstown. New season now streaming on Paramount Plus.
You can't count on Derek's tong skills.
Oh, Tony, I think it hit the ground.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Back here on College Football Pregame on CBS Sports HQ. Hey, college football fans, finish the season strong on FanDuel. Bet on everything from rivalry showdowns to late-night upsets all in one place. And right now, new FanDuel customers can get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. We are so lucky to have Bud Elliott here in studio with us, dishing out some best bets, and you've cooked up a little afternoon, evening parlay. Walk us through it.
Yeah, so we're going to take Colorado State. They're facing Boise. Boise, obviously, quarterbacks hurt. Colorado State is apparently not quit entirely. We also have a little Temple plus 4.5 in the first half. Tulane's a little bit banged up there, so I do like that. What was my third one? I know we had another banger here for this. I apologize.
Ball State first half?
That's Ball State first half is actually
Temple.
live.
Temple is what I meant.
Right, so Temple as well. I just think like Temple's been pretty feisty this year. If you watch, like they got screwed on a kind of end to half call in the game against Navy, almost the likes of when Wake should have beat Georgia Tech. You know, so like that's been a feisty team all year. I think they're doing a nice job there under Coach Casey Keeler. So I do like them there in the first half. I don't know if they got the depth to hang with Tulane the whole game, but you know, New Orleans kids going up there, it's kind of cold. They're banged up. I could see them hanging close for a little bit.
You've also got the Washington team total under 30.5.
Washington's injuries looks like are heavily concentrated on offense. And UCLA, I don't think they're going to go a whole lot of tempo with the quarterback situation there. So I could see just Washington with Oregon on deck. No need to push tempo themselves. Just get in, get out with a win, and 30.5 does feel a little heavy there.
Okay, we like it. See, these are games that we probably were not going to preview here on this show, but now we're going to be paying a little bit closer attention to them. But Bud, you're doing this every week on the Cover 3 podcast. How are the Locks going this year?
Locks are kind of treading water. Somehow the upset picks, I'm up 25 units.
Crushing it. His sprinkles are
really
insane.
Yeah, I'm up 25 units on 45 bets.
Of course, half of them are on Florida State, which kind of stinks.
I mean,
well, another reminder here for FanDuel customers, bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Scan that QR code. Maybe some sprinkle tips we'll get here. But guys, the only tips that you need is to watch this football game. We are so excited, almost a half hour until kickoff between USC and Oregon on CBS. We'll continue to talk about this game after the break. But Danny Cannell, what are you looking forward to most when it comes to USC and Oregon? I feel like we've just been saying it's a ranked showdown. All these things.
We've been comparing these quarterbacks.
But we're showing the big guys right now.
They're just thinking about killing quarterbacks. They're just seeing red. Like that's all they're seeing is run through a wall. Who do I want to kill in this game? I'm trying to stay calm, listen to
blood
some
in
gospel.
the water.
Yeah.
The KIL. Oh, God.
What?
You can't count on accurate expiration dates.
That is a rookie mistake.
Or the kindness of strangers. But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus.
You think you understand how this business works, but you don't.
I now know why Monty was so stressed.
What's the plan here?
Landman. New season streaming November 16th. Only on Paramount Plus.
You need a hug?
You need a fist?
Crutch, crutch, crutch.
Crutch, crutch.
Crutch, you need anything. I do have one question. We didn't mean right now.
You talk to people, they don't see the badge. I talk to people, that's all they see.
I got worried you coming up here without an escort.
I can handle myself.
I'm going to spend the rest of my career protecting my father's mission. We don't quit. Thank you. That's what my dad would do.
Being on the road, I don't think I think it's a calling.
In the Champions League, every picture tells a story, and every great story
Would you believe this?
needs an audience.
It's a really special moment.
The UEFA Champions League, every goal, every game, live on Paramount Plus.
Someone at this law firm knew they were fueling an epidemic.
You come forward now, you're just a crazy old lady with no evidence.
You didn't see this coming, did you now?
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars. What a difference she has made.
The question is, can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric.
Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
It's so loud in here. Oh man, this is awesome. That power. Oh my goodness. What a performance.
Wouldn't take care of my brother Kyle, and I'll take care of you.
This is my castle now. Do we understand each other?
I want your friends to be mine.
Mayor of Kingstown. New season now streaming on Paramount Plus.
You can't count on Derek's taunt skills.
Oh, Tony, I think it hit the ground.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Taking a live look into Eugene, Oregon, ahead of the big-time game on CBS between USC and the home team, Oregon Ducks. Game faces on and ready. Guys, we were taking a look at some shots of the stadium. The thing that I noticed is that the sun is peeking in, which is a very welcomed sight for Oregon and for USC. We've been playing in some weather games, but when you don't have that weather involved, we get to play some nice, clean football, which is what we're very excited about. But you know who's even more excited about some good weather? The quarterbacks in this situation. They can air the ball out. They can have some fun. But we are going to make the decision of who is the better quarterback by going step by step and breaking down their game. So let's start with arm strength, Damian. Who is the better quarterback when it comes to arm strength?
I really like my I'll go Dante Moore.
Okay, you're wearing the green, so I guess
only right.
We'll give you that. How about quarterback vision, B-Mac?
I'm going to go Maeva as well. I love his ability to see the football field, especially in third down situations. He's been very, very accurate. And not to mention, when you look at the wide receivers he's throwing the football to, and this ball game should help his accuracy as well.
Bud, give me athleticism.
I think Maeva.
Maeva, okay.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Danny, round us out with, you got one drive to win. Which quarterback you picking?
This is pre-produced, right? I'm just making sure.
No, it absolutely
I'm trying
is.
To remember who I gave.
Do not give the wrong answer, please.
I'll go Dante Moore, one drive to win, which he did against Iowa with the throw to Malik Benson. Maybe one, I mean, it's not going to be better than Mendoza's throw to Omar Cooper Jr., but that throw was in a window only his receiver could catch it. And those were adverse conditions, so I'll go Dante Moore.
Okay, I hope you remembered what you're picking for this next question.
Yes.
Who's going to be better today?
I'll go Dante Moore because of his supporting cast. And I think a lot of wins are not a stat, but I do think wins are going to matter in how we perceive these quarterbacks, and I do like Oregon to get the job done today.
Yeah, that was going to be my follow-up question to the rest of the desk is who has the better supporting cast? Damian, who do you think?
Dante Moore.
Dante Moore. Easy.
Even with those two receivers, though, I think. But
even with them being
cast
out,
is defense. Everybody in my mind, you get everything.
Dante Moore.
Yeah.
Okay, B-Mac, who do you think?
When I think of supporting cast, I'm only thinking of the side that they play on offensively. Me personally, so I gotta go with Maeva, when you look at the L&L boys, Lane and Lemon. Those are two NFL prospect wide receivers. I think they're going to be very, very successful in this matchup today, and it actually helps the quarterback when he has a full cast of pass catchers in the lineup, and that's something that Dante Moore will not have.
How about these coaches, Bud? I just feel like they're too different in terms of like their focuses. You got defense, offense. Which coach do you think has the advantage in this one?
I mean, I think they're both really good, right?
You are always good on situational fourth down. But Lanning, you give the edge in that one.
I think Lanning gives his teams more opportunities to do it. Lincoln probably has a little bit of leaks in his game as far as some of the old school stuff, which can work at times. But like Lanning, I think does kind of win his team more games with some of those decisions.
For Lincoln Riley, though, Danny, if he wins this football game, what does that do to his tenure at USC, which has been tenuous?
Yes, there's been a lot of speculation surrounding Lincoln Riley, and I think win or lose this game, I don't know if that goes away.
Really?
Because even if he wins it, I think some people think he might walk away from USC potentially. I
think he's finally got it going in recruiting.
Right.
Very noticeably different in this class. I think that like the hire of Chad Bowden, the GM, is a big deal. I'm kind of like starting to buy in. I was out on him for a long time. I think they're different now.
But is it mainly with the recruiting that's got you bought in?
I think so, yeah.
But I think this would be a big signature win for him. We use that term all the time. I think this is a signature win for Lincoln Riley. It feels like he's always underperformed relative to expectations and relative to roster. This would be one where he could deliver and he could over-deliver on, especially when you're a 10-point underdog. Like this would be huge for him.
Yeah, BMAC, and making it to potential postseason as well. How big would that be for Lincoln Riley?
Massive, because the concern when SC went into the Big Ten, can they keep up with the physical nature of the game? Now, from what we've seen this year compared to last year, especially on the defensive side, they have improved. They still have a ways to go, but they're much better in the trenches than what they were not last year. And now we're getting really, really good quarterback play, right? It's not what we've grown accustomed to seeing with Lincoln Riley throughout his head coaching tenure, Oklahoma, and then most recently Caleb Williams at SC. But Jaden is really playing really, really good football. And I know we talked about this earlier in the show. When you look at both quarterbacks in this matchup, who do you think has been playing the best? We all said Jaden, based on what he's done so far this season. So this would be huge for SC to get into the playoffs. I think if we did our predictions in August before the season started and picked the Big Ten teams to get into the playoffs, I don't know if you really had USC heavy in those conversations compared to some of the perennial powerhouses that we visualized would be playoff contention.
Yeah, and Damien, you've seen the growth, too, from USC. They had defensive issues, and so they got rid of their defensive coordinator and brought in a new one. They've had recruiting issues, and you've seen what Bud has said is that they've gotten a lot better at that. They've brought in guys in the line of scrimmage as well to play that Big Ten football. So what have you thought about just the build leading up to this massive game today?
Well, as we've criticized everything about USC, whether it's the defense, whether it's their toughness, whether it's what they do in the transfer portal recruiting-wise, they've addressed all of those things, and they've taken the necessary steps and requirements in order to make themselves, one, a better football team, but also a team, to BMAC's point, that can compete in the Big Ten with the Iowas, with the Oregons who run the ball very determinately, and the physicality that you have to play with in this conference. Like, they've taken all the right steps. Now the result needs to be getting to the college football playoffs. Winning this game, it doesn't guarantee you that opportunity, but it gets you one step closer. And if you're Lincoln Riley, if you're USC, you're just doing everything you can to make sure you're putting one foot in front of another, the right foot in front of the other, to get yourselves to where you want to be. Because the trajectory they're on, we're not talking about Lincoln Riley being on the hot seat. We're not talking about him losing his job. He is in USC to stay, and he's building. And again, when you're taking the right necessary steps, you just want to continue to build on that.
And if you look at their two losses, guys, agree or disagree with me, but I feel like they lost those ball games. Illinois, untimely turnovers, red zone, led to Illinois winning that ball game. That Notre Dame game, it was a special team miscue that really put Notre Dame in prime position to win that ball game. But they definitely could have won that Notre Dame game. And you got to look at the injuries. You dealt with the entire backfield was out. You had a walk-on who played phenomenal football, and you still was right there in that ball game with the Fighting Irish. So every ball game they've been competitive, even in their losses, and that tells you the direction this program is going under Lincoln Riley, that the confidence is there. They're well prepared, and they will be well prepared in this ball game as well.
Which is all things that we say about a Dan Lanning coached team, and obviously no job pressure when it comes to him. But last season they win the Big Ten, but Bud, they're one and done in the postseason. So what kind of pressure does this program face in a game like today? Because as we've mentioned, they're not totally out of it if they lose, but it's a very slim chance to make it to the postseason with a loss.
I think there's some pressure, right? Because like the regular season matters a little bit less now. Like a lot of it is like, do you make it the playoff? What do you do when you're in the playoff? Like last year, they got smoked by Oregon in the rematch, obviously. Now, granted, by Ohio State, but Ohio State kind of just killed everybody, right? So I think there's some pressure. If you lose this, people are going to say, who did you beat, right? Penn State felt big at the time. Penn State collapsed, right? Iowa, felt big at the time. Like that was a gutty win. All your guys were out. Iowa might go 7-5, right? So, yeah, I think it would feel like a little bit of a hollow 10-2 if you do lose it. But again, I think Lanning has his program on great footing. So I don't think he's really feeling a lot of pressure.
A little bit of pressure because you lost as a 7-point favorite to Indiana, and if you lose as a 10-point favorite to USC in both of those games in your backyard,
yes,
that's I think what kind of that would really sting a fan base. And this is a program which spends a lot of money. I know it's been a source of contention, and Dan Lanning doesn't want to hear about it, but they have. So I think that adds a little pressure.
And on top of the fact, we sit here as media and we've already touted Dan Lanning as one of the best of the best. He's the best at motivating his team. He's the best at the X's and O's. He's the best at hiring coordinators and coaches. He's the best at recruiting. What does he have to show for it?
A Big Ten championship. I'll give him that from last year. Undefeated regular season.
Whoa, because there's a lot of talk about how conference championships are starting to matter less and less and less.
But that Big Ten championship a year ago, with their first time being in the Big Ten, makes this game even more of a pressure situation for him. To Danny's point, you can't have another loss at home where you're a favorite. And this loss would knock you out of the playoffs. That's something that none of us would anticipate happening based on what they did last year. The guy's returning. You got a transfer quarterback in Dante Moore who's overly talented. You look at your coaches. You look at everything that's came back into place along with the uncertainty with some of the other teams in the Big Ten, and you don't get to the playoffs? Like if SC goes into the playoffs and Oregon does not, and SC is the reason why Oregon did not get in, yeah, that's a major disappointment, in my opinion.
I know this is a Big Ten game today, but there's shades of Pac-12 rivalry between these two, so it's extra bitter if USC knocks them out of the playoff race. Do not forget, this game will be kicking off at 3:30 Eastern on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. Not the only game of the day, though, so we're going to continue to get you ready for this one and the rest of the college football slate, 3:30 and on.
You can't count on accurate expiration dates.
No. That is a rookie mistake.
Or the kindness of strangers. But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS, streaming on Paramount+.
You think you understand how this business works, but you don't.
I now know why Monty was so stressed.
What's the plan here?
Landman, new season, streaming November 16th, only on Paramount+.
You need a hug?
You need a fist?
Crutch, crutch, crutch. Crutch, crutch.
Crutch, you need anything. I do have one question. We didn't mean right now.
You talk to people, they don't see the badge. I talk to people, that's all they see.
I got worried you coming up here without an escort.
I can handle myself.
I'm going to spend the rest of my career protecting my father's mission. We don't quit. Thank you. That's what my dad would do.
Being on the road, I don't think it's a job. I think it's a calling.
In the Champions League, every picture tells a story, and every great story
would you believe this?
needs an audience.
It's a really special moment.
The UEFA Champions League, every goal, every game, live on Paramount+.
Someone at this law firm knew they were fueling an epidemic.
You come forward now, you're just a crazy old lady with no evidence.
You didn't see this coming, did you now?
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars. What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
It's so loud in here. Oh man, this is awesome. That power. Oh my goodness, what a performance.
Warden, take care of my brother Kyle, and I'll take care of you.
This is my castle now. Do we understand each other?
I want your friends to be mine.
Mayor of Kingstown. New season now streaming on Paramount Plus.
You can't count on Derek's tongue skills.
Oh, Tony, I think it hit the ground.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Back here on college football pregame, the #1 team in the nation in play today against Rutgers. That is Bo Jackson, and it's a nice cut there, Damian Harris.
Walking into the end zone, standing up.
That's a walk-in.
Feeling as a runner. Whoop, whoop.
There we go. So Ohio State continuing to roll. No Carnell Tate, no Jeremiah Smith today. No problem, because you got Brandon Inniss in the back of the end zone. Must be nice to have that stable of wide receivers there, bud.
Five-star also.
Right? We've been watching South Florida kid for a long time. Brandon Inniss, fantastic wide receiver, but Ohio State having really no trouble with Rutgers, up 35-9 right now with about 5 minutes left in that game, and they
42-9.
I can't keep up with it. They're just scoring
another walk-in touchdown.
Way too fast. A&M Samford, first game to go final. Aggies doing quite all right, 48-0 in that one. But we didn't cover, Danny. Pointing it out. There we go. Some notable games today. Of course, all eyes on the game on CBS between USC and Oregon, but Notre Dame is in play. Michigan still in play for the playoff up against Maryland. We've got Pitt and Georgia Tech. And guys, there's not these big heavyweight matchups, but there are games with some implications. If we start with the Syracuse-Notre Dame, obviously we've been saying it all season long. When you start 0-2, you got to win every single game if you want to make it to the playoff. But what do you think of that running back for the Irish, old Jeremiah Love?
You talking about the running back that should be in the Heisman conversation?
Ooh,
Jeremiah Love.
He's in there.
Well, I'm going to keep pushing. Listen, last year I was the Ashton Genty fan club president. This year, Jeremiah Love, fan club president. This guy is spectacular. In all seriousness, when you look at and you talk about what a first-round running back is, it's Jeremiah Love. His size, his frame, his speed, the ability to run between the tackles with that explosiveness and still be able to set up his blocks, be patient to the hole, and have speed through the hole. And then when we saw what he did last week against Pitt, we saw what he did and what he can do once he gets to the second level. Da-na-na, da-na-na. It's highlight reel material. For Syracuse, you have got to have all 11 sets of eyes, 22 of them, on Jeremiah Love at all times. I know C.J. Carr has been playing well. I know Notre Dame has a lot of other players that can take advantage of opportunistic opportunities. But if you're going to win this game, if you want to stop this offense, it starts with stopping number 4.
Jeremiah Love has found the end zone 36 times since the start of last season. That's just
it's like my entire life's
his
worth.
Home. it's pretty nice there.
I do think, and this should not matter, and you gave the total yards from scrimmage, but I do think he needs to lead the country in rushing. What's interesting is he's not that far behind Ahmad Hardy, who's probably, I haven't seen his stat line, but I'm guessing he's not having that great of a game. And Jeremiah Love, with 2 subpar opponents, should be able to pad his stats, where I think that'll help him, propel him even further in the conversation.
Ahmad Hardy has 58 yards so far in this game. Yeah, going up against Oklahoma was not going to be as fun as the 300 yards he put up last week against Mississippi State. Elsewhere, we've got Arkansas against Texas, and when we're looking at this matchup for Texas all week long, we've just been hearing statements and a little bit of sassiness from Sark. Danny, what's going on in Texas with him?
I mean, Sark has made it clear now for the 3rd time, I think 3rd or 4th time. He did it earlier this season. I think he did it 3 times this week. He said, I am not leaving. I am not going anywhere. I'm here at Texas. I'm not, like, it's been pretty clear he cannot leave now, even if he wanted to. But I do wonder how that's impacted the locker room. It is a big distraction. And I will say this, Arkansas's offense can be problematic. Like, Taylon Green is a dual-threat quarterback. Bobby Petrino is a really good play caller. And Texas's defense has not been as great as we thought it was earlier this season, especially against the better defenses that they are better offenses they played against. So I think Texas's offense should be able to get right against Arkansas's defense, but in a higher scoring game could get a little squirrely. I think this is going to be an interesting outcome.
Okay, if we take a look at Michigan and Maryland, the Wolverines very much still alive in this one, Bud, but what chance do you give them to make it to the CFP?
I mean, they have to beat Ohio State, so I don't give them a great chance. But like they're improving in some ways. Andrew Marsh, the freshman receiver, is coming on. You know, I think Bryce is playing fairly well week to week. Obviously, some freshman hiccups along the way, but I think it'll come down to like, can that defense really do what they've done for the past few years and somehow shut down Ohio State in a way that most people can't? Like if they can, then maybe Bryce can work some magic. It's not impossible, but it's just not real likely.
Can I just say something real quick because I was distracted? Oklahoma, Missouri's happening right now, and Oklahoma keeps going 3 and out because they're just like, our defense is so good, we don't have to do anything. Missouri just hit a big play. They are so much in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, they just had their biggest pass play of the game. They're
Here it is.
Close to the red. Yeah, so this
slot fade.
Yeah, a little slot fade. It's down there. Not in the red zone quite yet, but that was a big play. If they could score here, things get really interesting because I don't think Oklahoma trusts John Mateer or this offense.
They do not.
And
They've been so generic,
sat on it, and they just don't want to lose. You got to close teams out. If they're not careful, Missouri can come right back in.
I'd also note, like, they've been going to empty when they've had trouble this year, and that's kind of bailed them out. And like so far, if you're watching this, like Missouri has gobbled that empty stuff up. Like so, they need different answers.
And Bud, you told me it would take 21 points to win this football game. Looking right on track there. For some reason, though, the way that Oklahoma is playing, it seems like they think 17 is enough to win this game. But still plenty of ball left to play. One more game that I want us to get to is Tennessee at Florida. And I know that you've heard this.
You want to hit on this game, huh?
It's not me. It's
Give us your thoughts.
It's great producing. 2003. That's the last time that Tennessee won a game in the Swamp. It's been 11 straight losses. I believe we invaded Iraq that year, so it's been a very, very long time since that happened. How do you go into a game, Damian? You wouldn't know. Never mind.
Yeah, ask somebody else.
Never mind. Danny, how do you go into a game with that kind of streak on the line? Is that something that you just got to tune out? I mean, that's a long time.
I think you see it as an opportunity. You could be the team that breaks the streak. I don't know how much.
And Heupel has broken a lot of streaks.
Yeah,
Nick
so
Saban
I don't know. But I don't know if this is something that players really care about. Most of them weren't born.
They weren't born. They were not alive. Yes.
I mean, but it's a rivalry game. It's an opportunity, and I think I would lean into the point spread and say, man, you guys are only a 3.5-point favorite. Teams think you're not that much better than the Florida Gators. I would try to lean into that if I'm Josh Heupel.
Damian, can you make the case for Florida to win this game without mentioning that the game is in the Swamp?
Their defense. They have a defense that can present a lot of problems. Now, they're going to have a problem in itself because Tennessee is still the second highest scoring team in the country. They're averaging, as I look at it, 43.4 points a game right now. So as good as they've been defensively, like this Florida team has kind of hung their hat on staying in the fight, and our defense is going to keep us in every game, no matter how many turnovers we have on offense. So they're going to have to lean on them. But again, Joey Aguilar, this Tennessee offense, they're going to be clicking on all cylinders, hopefully, Emily Proud, hopefully, that way they can end the streak in the Swamp.
This should be the year to end the streak because of everything that has been going on with the Gators, the program. And I know this game is in the Swamp. Emily, you would feel much better if this game was in Knoxville, but it's not. But with the issues for Tennessee going to Florida, it's been going against Florida teams that have a little more structure and stability. Right now, they're spiraling in the wrong direction, and they would love to play spoiler. But if you're Tennessee, man, take them out in deep water and drown them in the first quarter. Do not play around with this ball club and allow the fans to get involved. First quarter is very, very important for Tennessee.
Florida also needs the defense that they had earlier in the year to show back up. Like last week, they allowed 540 to Ole Miss. They allowed Kentucky to go over 400. Like they haven't played decent defense in 2 weeks now. Like really post the Billy firing. You haven't seen a whole lot of it, so I'm kind of curious, like, do they show back? I think they have the bodies to do it, but, like, do they have the will to do it with those bodies? I don't know.
Which is strange because Billy, he was the play caller. He was the offensive play caller. He didn't have anything to do with the defensive side of the ball, so I'm curious as to why the defenses stopped showing up because their offensive head coach was fired.
Very interesting. I believe Missouri is going for it on 4th down.
I mean, is that a drop or is that
It's a drop. It hit him right in his hand.
I'm with you. That's right.
Jesus Christ.
But the audience here, what do we think?
Yeah, you got to catch that ball.
That's a drop?
Like, I don't know, Danny. You play quarterback.
Yeah,
Was that a drop or
You got to
not?
make that catch for me, man. You got to make that
all
catch
right.
for your QB. Especially if you're the underdog on the road. You don't get that many opportunities versus that defense. By the way, there's another score that just took place. Virginia Tech just scored. This is style points that are going against Miami. They need to impress, and there's a big difference between 27-10 and 27-17. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, and a win's a win, but they could have used a more comfortable win.
All right, it is senior day in Eugene as they get ready to host number 15, USC. All the seniors lining up with their families, getting ready to go. They don't care. They just want to win this game.
You can't count on accurate expiration dates.
That is a rookie mistake.
Or the kindness of strangers. But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus.
You think you understand how this business works, but you don't.
I now know why Monty was so stressed.
What's the plan here?
Landman, new season, streaming November 16th, only on Paramount Plus.
You need a hug?
You need a fist?
Crutch, 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 crutch.
Clutch, you need anything. I do have one question. We didn't mean right now.
You talk to people, they don't see the badge. I talk to people, that's all they see.
I got worried you coming up here without an escort.
I can handle myself.
I'm going to spend the rest of my career protecting my father's mission. We don't quit. Thank you. That's what my dad would do.
Being on the road, I don't think it's a job. I think it's a calling.
In the Champions League, every picture tells a story, and every great story
Would you believe this?
needs an audience.
It's a really special moment.
The UEFA Champions League, every goal, every game, live on Paramount Plus.
Someone at this law firm knew they were fueling the epidemic.
You come forward now, you're just a crazy old lady with no evidence.
You didn't see this coming, did you now?
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars. What a difference she has made.
The question is, can you handle it? A crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
It's so loud in here. Oh man, this is awesome. That power. Oh my goodness, what a performance.
Warden, take care of my brother Kyle, and I'll take care of you.
This is my castle now. Do we understand each other?
I want your friends to be mine.
Mayor of Kingstown, new season now streaming on Paramount Plus.
You can't count on Derek's taunt skills.
Oh, Tony, I think it hit the ground.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Back here on college football pregame, and we are getting dangerously close to kickoff between USC and Oregon. And we kind of joke, right, that this is a Pac-12 title game. But I ask you guys, final thoughts when we look at this one. What style do you anticipate this game mirrors more, Pac-12, Big Ten?
Pac-12. This is going to be a track meet.
Air it out? Okay.
Track meet.
VMAC, what do you think?
I think Big Ten. I think Big Ten for Oregon, potentially Pac-12 for SC with their passing game and the way they've
Marcus
been clicking.
Mariota's there.
And also, too, you got to factor in some of the injuries Oregon will be dealing with at the wide receiver position that kind of caters more into them establishing the rushing attack.
So is it going to be Pac-12 or is it going to be Big Ten?
Big Ten.
Thank you.
Yeah, there we go, bud. What do you think?
Big Ten, a little bit more.
Okay. Danny?
Big Ten.
A little Big Ten style?
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be like 17-14 Big Ten.
Okay.
You know, like 24-21.
Not like that Iowa-Oregon game we last saw on CBS.
24.
Okay. A little bit of flavor for both.
Yeah.
And I talked to Dan Lanning yesterday. He was like, I introed it by saying we could get a little Pac-12 flavor, and he goes, I think that's kind of how this game could potentially go. So let's pick it.
Oregon.
Oregon.
That was easy.
Sorry, Oregon.
Laying the number? Laying the 10.5?
I'm going to lay the 10.5.
Okay.
I think so, Danny.
I'll take the 10.5, begrudgingly. I think that's a lot of points.
I loved Oregon at -9.5. The 10.5 did make me a little bit nervous, but I'll still take it. I think Oregon wins big.
Okay, there we have it. We are getting ready for kickoff over on CBS between number 15 USC, number 7 Oregon. They are getting ready out in Eugene, but don't go anywhere. We've got more HQ on the other side. Stick with us.
You can't count on accurate expiration dates.
That is a rookie mistake.
Or the kindness of strangers. But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus.
You think you understand how this business works, but you don't.
I now know why Mommy was so stressed.
What's the plan here?
Landman, new season, streaming November 16th, only on Paramount Plus.
You need a hug?
You need a fist?
Crutch, 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 crutch.
Crutch, you need anything. I do have one question. We didn't mean right now.
You talk to people, they don't see the badge. I talk to people, that's all they see.
I got worried you coming up here without an escort.
I can handle myself.
I'm going to spend the rest of my career protecting my father's mission. We don't quit. Thank you. That's what my dad would do.
Being on the road, I don't think it's a job. I think it's a calling.
In the Champions League, every picture tells a story, and every great story
Would you believe this?
needs an audience.
It's a really special moment.
The UEFA Champions League, every goal, every game, live on Paramount Plus.
Someone at this law firm knew they were fueling an epidemic.
You come forward now, you're just a crazy old lady with no evidence.
You didn't see this coming, did you now?
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars. What a difference she has made.
The question is, can you handle it?
Tell me, can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
It's so loud in here. Oh man, this is awesome. Power. Oh my goodness, what a performance.
Warden, take care of my brother Kyle, and I'll take care of you.
This is my castle now. Do we understand each other?
I want your friends to be mine.
Mayor of Kingstown, new season now streaming on Paramount Plus.
You can't count on Derek's tonk skills.
Oh, Tony, I think it hit the ground.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
We're inching closer to kickoff at Autzen Stadium as it will truly be big-time Big Ten on CBS later today when USC and Oregon square off in a ranked-on-ranked matchup. Loser of this game eliminated from contention of the Big Ten championship game. Winner remains alive but does not control their own destiny. A lot of people calling this a de facto college football playoff game. Here's a look at what Sportsline says about this one. With a win, both teams increase their odds naturally, but the Trojans are seen as a bigger swing game if they're able to get things done. Top offenses on display in this game. It should be a fun one on CBS. Let's go to the Pacific Northwest. That's where we find the great Jenny Dell, my awesome friend and coworker, joining us here on HQ. So, Jenny, you put these two teams under a microscope. What stands out to you about this game?
Well, Tommy, you saw the Sportsline projections over there, and they fully understand the magnitude of this game and how much this one means. You know, every player, every coach says every game matters. Well, this one actually matters when it comes to the future of the college football playoff and the potential that these teams have to get in it. Now, you know, I love a good theme, right? So you look at these two teams, kind of the seasons that they've had, and I just want to give you a little of the background of the themes of these two programs. So USC, I was talking to Jaden Mayava, and he said they really, from the get-go, have thought about the acronym that they put together for USC this offseason. So U, United, S, Sacrifice, C, Championship Culture. They have leaned on that mantra throughout this entire year. And when you look at Oregon on the other side, I was talking to Dante Moore yesterday, and he said, we kind of look at it like from the dirt. This team has been from the dirt. We have grown together. There have been some battles. We had some huge losses. They had it right here the last time we were on this field right now, but also dealing through all the injuries that they have been dealing with all season long. This team really has bonded together over that as well. I asked Dan Lanning, we all know he has a theme every week, right? Well, he has shared it with us in the past. The last time he shared it with us was that Indiana game that we were covering here, and the team lost. So Lanning admitted, he said, yeah, you know, I'm a little superstitious out there. So I'm not telling you the theme of this one, but I'm going to try to figure it out during the game.
Yeah, lips a little bit sealed there. Let's see if you can crack the code. When it comes to that Ducks defense, statistically, they look good. What's been different as of late as they get ready for this Trojan offense?
They are just violent. They're physical. They're tough. You know, you had so many talented players that were here in previous years, and then you add in guys like Dylan Thieneman, who has just made such an impact. A guy like Bear Alexander, who might be playing with a little extra chip on his shoulder coming over from USC. I asked Bear about that experience now going up against his alma mater, his former team, and he said, you know, that was a big growing experience for me. They brought him in here at Oregon. They believed in him. They really shaped him to be the person that he is. And this coaching staff, they didn't give him a starting role right away. He's been outstanding this year, but they made him fight for his spot. And he really has found the love and passion back for football. So that's the defensive side of things, you know, one of the tops in the nation. Offensively, you look at what Dante Moore has been able to accomplish. I mean, the completion percentage last week has just been insane. And you have guys like Noah Whittington kind of running that running back room with these two freshmen. It's just a really fun, explosive team.
Jenny, before I let you go, I think you hinted at it a little bit when it comes to the Trojans. I feel like USC's, everyone's like big win. It's like Notre Dame's big win. It could be Oregon's big win. Nobody cares about what USC has in front of them. Do they feel like they're maybe being disrespected, us against the world type stuff that's led them to be in a position that they are today?
It's funny you say that, because that's exactly the mindset of this team. You know, they came into this season unranked, and that's not a spot where USC is typically in. So I feel like they look at the outside noise that we all talk about so much, and they don't even respect it. They really have this us against the world mentality. And when you have a guy like Jaden Mayava behind center who just has such a strong calmness about him and belief in him, he grew up with his grandma saying, you know, stay calm in all the chaos. So that's something that he leans on throughout these games. I really do feel like there's this quiet confidence about this team. And, you know, Coach Lincoln Riley, he hears all the noise, and he hears all the pressure that's on him. But he said, listen, no one's going to say anything that I haven't heard before. He's like, I have thick skin. It is what it is. This team believes, and we're going to come in here and show what we're capable of.
Jenny, love you as always. Enjoy the call with Gary Danielson and Brad Nessler, 3:30 Eastern on CBS. It is the old Pac-12 matchup that is SC and Oregon, yet it is Big Ten in 2025, ranked on rank, good on good, a lot on the line. CBS, Paramount Plus, and of course HQ, we've got you covered here.
You can't count on accurate expiration dates.
No. That is a rookie mistake.
Or the kindness of strangers. But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus.
You think you understand how this business works, but you don't.
I now know why Monty was so stressed.
What's the plan here?
Landman, new season, streaming November 16th, only on Paramount Plus.
You need a hug?
You need a fist?
Crutch, crutch, crutch. Crutch, crutch.
Crutch, you need anything. I do have one question. We didn't mean right now.
talk to people, they don't see the badge. I talk to people, that's all they see.
I got worried you coming up here without an escort.
I can handle myself.
I'm going to spend the rest of my career protecting my father's mission. We don't quit. Thank you. That's what my dad would do.
Being on the road, I don't think it's a job. I think it's a calling.
In the Champions League, every picture tells a story, and every great story
Would you believe this?
needs an audience.
It's a really special moment.
The UEFA Champions League, every goal, every game, live on Paramount Plus.
Someone at this law firm knew they were fueling an epidemic.
You come forward now, you're just a crazy old lady with no evidence.
You didn't see this coming, did you now?
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars. What a difference she has made.
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
It's so loud in here. Oh man, this is awesome. That power. Oh my goodness. What a performance.
Warden, take care of my brother Kyle, and I'll take care of you.
This is my castle now. Do we understand each other?
I want your friends to be mine.
Mayor of Kingstown. New season now streaming on Paramount Plus.
You can't count on Derek's taunt skills.
Oh, Tony, I think it hit the ground.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
You think you understand how this business works, but you don't.
I now know why Mommy was so stressed.
What's the plan here?
Landman. New season now streaming only on Paramount Plus. In the Champions League, every picture tells a story, and every great story
Would you believe this?
needs an audience.
Paris Saint-Germain have won the Champions League. It's a really special moment.
Step inside the frame and feel every match, every goal,
Truly remarkable.
every moment of the world's best soccer.
Shakespearean drama, that's all you can say.
The UEFA Champions League, every goal, every game, live on Paramount Plus.
You talk to people, they don't see the badge. I talk to people, that's all they see.
I got worried you coming up here without an escort.
I can handle myself.
Survivor is always evolving. This is your moment.
I will try to be brave, but not on day one.
This is your season.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars. What a difference she has made.
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
In one of just two ranked matchups in Week 13 in college football between number 8 Oklahoma and number 22 Missouri, Oklahoma's defense comes up big, holding both Pregame and Missouri to just 6 points. This was the second interception of the game, and the Sooners now improved to 9-2 on the season, taking another step forward to the college football playoff, with LSU on deck. For much more on this, we welcome you inside our CBS Sports HQ studios for our post-game coverage. Let's start with you, Damian Harrison. Your biggest takeaways from this one?
My biggest takeaway is I'm nervous for this Oklahoma team. I'm very, very nervous. I feel like their defense is great. We know that, but they are relying too heavily on their defense to save the day for this offense. It's almost like A.J. Brown is complaining about this offense, talking about, oh man, well, we got to pull our weight. Oklahoma, their offense, they've got to start pulling their weight. Danny, you said something, you hit on something earlier. John Mateer, since his injury, we're talking about like, he's not as crisp as he was before. No, this is the way he's played all season long, and it's finally starting to catch up to this offense. They never have a rhythm. They can't establish a run game. They're just not really doing anything well. I mean, the early touchdown that we saw, that was a product of, it was a great play call against tight man coverage. They ran a great man beater. It was a 5-yard pass that turned into an 80-plus yard touchdown. Like, they schemed that up. But offensively, the Sooners have a lot of problems. And I can say this, we confidently said it during the break. This LSU team that they're going to play next week, they're better than Missouri played today. The teams that Oklahoma's going to have to face in the college football playoff, if they make it there, they're going to be better than this Missouri team that they played today. So offensively, they got to pick it up.
Yeah, the issue for OU defensively, guys, they play against two offenses, Mizzou offense and their own, because their offense has become a liability with John Mateer. John Mateer threw for 173 yards, right? 173. Yep. 87 came on one play. 87 came on one play. So if you take that 87-yard play away, he has pedestrian-like numbers, which is unacceptable for a guy that has the experience that he has playing college football. Now, he ran the football effectively. Most of those yards happened in the fourth quarter. But outside of that, their defense had to bail them out. Their defense bailed them out last week.
Yep.
They didn't win because their offense, at some point in time for a team to have the playoff mentality they have, their offense has to be more of an asset than a liability. To Damian's point, and we all agree, LSU, they don't have a lot to play for. Nope. But in terms of what they have going on right now, they will give you more energy than what Mizzou gave you today. 100%. And if your offense does not play better, it's going to be a long, long weekend if you happen to come in and have the same offensive mentality and you lose to LSU, woo, and you don't make the play. Because if they lose next week, depending on how the landscape shakes out, they probably would be out. A 3-loss Oklahoma team would be out. So they got to get more play from the offense, guys.
I mean, look, Missouri had 4 drives inside the 20. They scored 6 total points. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to cash in opportunities when you actually get a chance to get down there. They had the 1 field goal blocked. I thought they probably should have gone for it on the other one because like 1 touchdown could be such a big difference in a game like that. But look, with Mateer, 0 in the turnover column, right? This is probably the best case right now for Oklahoma. I don't think they have more in the tank offensively. Like, this is kind of probably the best it's going to get. Defense plays hair on fire, play their butts off. Offense doesn't turn the ball over. You hope to win these very tight margin games. Like, this is kind of what it's probably going to have to look like if they do anything.
But it's very clear the coaches have set John Mateer aside and said, don't turn the ball over. But what is concerning to me was in the 3rd and 4th quarter, it looks like they don't trust John Mateer.
Yes.
Like, they shut it down.
Yes.
I know, and they shouldn't, but you cannot win against teams that are just as good as you going forward. So I don't think they're a threat to win the national championship or maybe even win a playoff game. Maybe if it's at home, because the defense is good enough to win you some games. But they're going to have trouble closing out games. They almost didn't close this one out.
So that is the exact point I want to go around and get your thoughts on, because with this win, Sportsline now gives Oklahoma an 87% chance to make the college football playoff. Going back to your point, he has clearly been different since that hand injury, right? And to play off Danny's point, can you go on to win a playoff game playing like this?
No. Oklahoma can't because of exactly what Danny just said. They don't trust the guy. If you don't trust your quarterback, how do you have confidence to go win a football game? We sit up here and talk every day, every weekend about how football is a quarterback-led position. If you don't have confidence in your quarterback, how do you have confidence that you're going to win a football game? I don't care how good your defense is, because guess what? You're going to have teams that have just as good of athletes on offense as your defense has, that plays just as fundamentally sound on offense as your defense does. To B-Mac's point, that's when your offense has to become an asset. And when the coaching staff, the head coach, the offensive coordinator tells their quarterback, do not throw the football under any circumstances, again, that's nothing short of a problem.
When you look at the teams that are currently fighting for a playoff spot, or if the playoffs were to start today, you look at their offenses. They're all better than Oklahoma.
Every single one of them.
I got a question, because the bracket as it stands now, Oklahoma will be hosting Notre Dame.
I like Notre Dame.
Wow.
Now, had I had an opportunity to talk a little bit, what we saw from Oklahoma, what we saw even from the start of the game, Missouri, granted, The defense held Missouri to 6 points. The first couple, Missouri was moving the football.
Yeah,
they just started playing catch-up because of that one explosive play. Then they were in catch-up mode. Then Ahmad Hardy gets taken out of the game. But again, like, just Oklahoma, they're not moving the needle enough offensively, and their defense is not going to be able to save.
It's too much. It's too much on the defense's plate week in and week out for them to play lights out like they did last week, like they did tonight, to win. In playoff football, when you're playing good on good, you need some help. You need some assistance. And right now, John Mateer, like I said, he has too much experience to be this up and down as a quarterback.
And what about this? What about this? What about when Oklahoma plays a team who's really good defensively, and they take the ball away from John Mateer once, maybe twice? What does that do? That makes your defense play more reps on the field. And then what do? They stop playing as fundamentally sound. They stop playing their techniques because they're tired. So that's what VMAC is talking about when he says Oklahoma's defense is playing against two offenses. Their own offense has a chance to put their defense behind the 8 ball by putting them on the field with too many plays.
One of the more frustrating things for a defender when your offense has been so bad. And us as defenders, we never want to say it or make a scene on a national televised game because the cameras are always watching. But as soon as we come off the football field, we sit down to go over our adjustments. Punt team, get ready. They just got the ball. We punting already.
Or defense is up. Defense is up.
We up already. Like, come on. So this is unacceptable because we thought John Mateer would be a Heisman favorite at one point.
Yes.
Right? A potential legit first-round selection. All of that has deflated based on the inconsistencies. But they won. They have another week to breathe, exhale, but they better be better next week against LSU because that last game of the season, man, could you imagine OU fans if they lose next week?
Third straight game for John Mateer with under 200 passing yards. We'll leave it there with their offense because I do want to get to the defense that obviously overwhelmed Bo Prabula and company today. Let me ask you this, B-Mac. How impactful could that targeting call on Reggie Powers actually be for next week's game against LSU? He will be out the first half of the game. Still kind of waiting to see the impact that Spears Jennings, he went down with injury. How impactful could that be next week?
Very, because of the transparency they have in the back end, the communication. That secondary is really, really good.
Right.
And they do a great job in communicating pre-snap alignment, not to mention the tackling they display week in and week out in the back end. So if you lose one of your leaders, not just from the physical side, but just from the communication side, that could be a tall task. First and foremost, NCAA, throw that out.
Thank you.
Like, the first targeting should be a 15-yard penalty, and now that's your warning. If you get hit with another one within the same ball game, then you should be ejected. That's not right. We don't see pros get thrown out for one targeting. For these kids that are trying to fight for their lives in terms of college opportunity, not to mention NFL opportunity as well, it's not a situation. They're not blatantly running into people with their heads. Football is a fast sport. You got to make a split decision right now, and they're not doing these things intentionally. For these kids to be thrown out for one targeting penalty, it's unacceptable and it's not right.
Let's look ahead.
Bring back spearing. Like that. The penalty is spearing. Like it has like real intent to it. Like if you're seriously going for like a kill shot on a guy who's like actually defenseless and they're like, fine. I'm cool with that, but like so much is just bang, bang, man.
And you know what else you could do? Is you could review it during the week. Let the conferences, let them go look at it. If it is a spearing and you want to suspend them, then do it. But to do it automatically makes no sense.
And take them out of the game right now.
No sense.
Well, and not only taking them out of the game, you're taking, like in this situation, you're taking away an opportunity for next week in a game that Oklahoma has to win.
I will say this, even with injuries in the secondary potentially, they've had both of these last two games without R. Mason Thomas, who is probably the best defender for Oklahoma's defense. So if they get him back, could help.
I think he'll be back for the playoff thing. Right. I don't think he's coming back in the regular season.
Let's go ahead and look ahead to Tuesday, but I'll come to you on this. What's your prediction of where Oklahoma will be ranked?
Probably, unless somebody like loses ahead of them, probably about the same spot. Like they're playing the same game they've been playing for the past month, or really like for a lot of the season, to be honest. I think that they are. Look, if they go 10-2, that's a very worthy playoff resume. They also beat Michigan, which is a pretty decent team out of the Big Ten, and I don't think they're like hopeless in a playoff game. They just need a lot of stuff to go right for them. They have to be able to play like their form. They only have one way to win, right? Like it's a very narrow path. It's a path that's doable, but like if you said, like if they get Notre Dame, I'm just fairly confident Notre Dame's going to be able to score in like the mid-20s because the quarterback's an NFL kid. They have real weapons. Like they'll probably have some ugliness, but like I think Notre Dame's defense can make Oklahoma's offense look bad because everybody does.
Danny, where do you think they'll rank?
I think they'll sit right in the same spot. Right. You know, barring an Oregon loss today, you know, whatever happens, I think Oklahoma's just going to hold serve.
On the same page, boys?
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So I hate to bring it up with the win, but I do think they did take an L today with those uniforms. What was up with those? I know you weren't a fan. I know, Damien, you were not a fan of those.
Damien Harris wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
Was that military appreciation
I'm not
or
gonna
something?
lie.
I think it might have been.
Because there's like
unity
unity
on the back of the jersey. So I'm guessing it's military appreciation.
Yeah, they
Oh,
were
well,
ugly.
they got to get better. They got to get better.
Not a fan. That's why they probably offense was
So they would have been on the road during Veterans Day week,
Yeah.
which was last week. So this is probably their first home
That's
game.
probably why.
I'm trying to think through this.
All right, we'll give it to them.
Trying to figure it out.
We will have full highlights from this big SEC matchup. Oklahoma gets the win, now one step closer to the college football playoff and improves to 9-2 on the season. We will have full highlights from this one on the other side. Stay with us.
You can't count on accurate expiration dates.
That is a rookie mistake.
Or the kindness of strangers. But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus.
You think you understand how this business works, but you don't.
I now know why Monty was so stressed.
What's the plan here?
Landman, new season